Okay, hello everyone. Hope you are doing well. This video is discussing extra credit. So all of you are going to have the ability to earn up to 30 points extra credit. And so this is because I know this semester is kind of crazy. Some of you, maybe you missed an assignment, maybe you missed an invention or a complex book entry. So while this doesn't make up for everything, it can give you a little push, kind of try to be maybe the grade that you're trying to get in the class. And so I am going to use a forum called No Red Ink. And I am not going to lie, my boyfriend, who I mentioned before in the class, he teaches high school English, and he has used this before with his dual credit seniors. And while we're not in high school, obviously, I don't think there's much difference between a dual credit English class and a college class. They're very, 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 very similar. And so I'm going to have 3 of these. And I say up to because each of them is worth 10 points. And you have to master each skill to get 10 points. So I'm going to show you what I mean by this a little bit. So if you go to Blackboard, I'm going to start here. This is how you find where you're supposed to go. And if you go under the assignments page, all the way down the bottom is this little link right here. And I have the class code if you need it. Tricky Music 78. That's just what they gave me. So if you click this, it's not going to let me do anything because I'm the teacher. But it's going to, take you to a page that will probably look something like this. Okay, so this is the page that's probably it's going to look like. And when I have everything up and running, it'll give you access to the forums, to the activities that I'm going to want you to do for extra credit. Now, again, I can't say this enough. This is extra credit. So if you are still have to work through all this craziness. I know some of you have children at home that you're trying to take care of. If you're barely trying to get through the basics of the class and this is just overwhelming you, don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt your grade. It's only going to help you. So don't worry about it too much. I'll also say, going back to the schedule just for a second, the first one is due Sunday. I have them do 3 Sundays in a row. So the first one is correcting comma splices, and this is just like run-on sentences. Something I've seen a lot of people throughout the first half of the semester have a problem with. So trying to kind of learn about that skill a little bit more. And so this is Sunday the 19th by 11:59 p.m. The second one is about 4-minute in-text citations because we're going to read a research paper. So that's going to be really important. So a reminder about that. Sunday the 26th, and the third one is about identifying vague words and phrases such as maybe like a thing or bad or words that really don't say a whole lot. And I know that's been a problem throughout the semester. And that one's due Sunday, May 3rd. Okay, and so it's towards the end of the semester. I have you all watch the video. I'm going to have you all watch this video. Watch this video for Monday, April 13th. You can watch it earlier, of course. But I would really like for you to log on to No Red Ink as soon as possible. I know there's only 9 of you. It's going to be a lot easier because after I give you access to No Red Ink and you haven't, if you access it after I give you access to it, what's going to happen is I'm going to have to give you guys permission individually, and I might not know if you logged on. I have to come back and check it, and I'm not going to be checking it like every single day, every single second. So if by chance you log on and you know that you're supposed to have access to an activity and you don't, shoot me an email and I'll gladly log on. But if you log on earlier, even if you don't know you're going to do it quite yet, because if you email me that Sunday night at like 11 p.m., I'm not gonna be awake to do it. I'm gonna be asleep, guys. Even with being home. Okay. So what it's gonna look like And so it's going to give you probably, it might not look like this, but it's going to give you some information. This is the identifying vague words one. It's going to give you some information, kind of reviewing the topic. And I'm going to say preview topic. And so I've done this before a little bit. It's going to give you a sentence. This is for the, again, the vague one, vague words. I'll give you a sentence and it'll tell you, highlight the word and phrase in the thesis statement below, and you'll have to do that. You'll have 4 sections, and it'll all be 4 colors. When you complete a section, you'll get a star. Now, there's 4 sections. Once you complete all 4 sections and get 4 stars, that means you've mastered that skill. You get 10 full points only if you mastered a skill. Okay? You can. I'll give 2.5 points per star. Okay? They get harder as you go along. So if you're struggling with the first one, kind of think about it. It's not going to kick you off. It's just going to keep doing it until you get X amount of questions right for that level. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing it. So I've done 2 of them. I'm not going to give you the answer to this, but you're not going to have this option because it says teachers only. But once you're done, highlight the vague word or phrase in the thesis statement below. If you have problems, there's this little question mark, and it's going to tell you can tell you more. You can take a tutorial for it. If you're a little bit more confused and you need a little bit more help, that's going to give you more information. And so I feel like this is very user-friendly. It's not going to be that complicated, but if you are having problems whatsoever, if it's got a kink in it or something, just email me, let me know, and I'll be able to help you. But I'm going to have this as a supplement. I'll have this on Blackboard. I'll add a tab called ExtraCredit. And then you'll be able to do that. And I think the week before the school's spring break started, I also gave some extra credit, like 5 points, but I haven't put that in there yet. So I'm gonna do that soon. But this is really supposed to be just like fine-tuning some of the few skills that I've seen throughout the first half of the semester that I think might be helpful to talk about a little bit more, practice a little bit more, but also for me in the extra credit setting, because I know everybody's really stressed, or probably really stressed. I know last week was really stressful for me. Spring break was not that fun. So I know you all might be going through some craziness. I hope that you're all doing really well. I don't know if this whole online semester is going to last to the very end of the semester, but I know I live in Illinois, and we have a stay-at-home order. I know St. Louis just ordered one until like April 6th or something. I'm shooting this on March 23rd, and so I don't really know if it's going to continue after that. It just kind of depends. But even if we come back to class, physical environment, I'll definitely still keep the extra credit because I do think it can help some of you who might need it. Grade-wise, and might also need to just practice these skills. So if somebody who's going like, oh my god, I need that skill practice, don't feel any shame. I'm putting this up here to practice for you, to help you out, and for the essay 3, it's really what I'm trying to help you out with, so you can feel a little bit more confident in these skills. So again, to start off, you're going to go to Blackboard under the Assignments tab. Okay, this is where I am, the Assignments tab, all the way at the very bottom. If you click on that link and you register to take these assignments, then I can kind of give you access to some of these. The more people who do it right away, the fewer people I have to add later on. Okay, so again, this is extra credit, no red ink, and let me know if you have any questions via email, and have a great day.